Okay, hi, we have our next consolidation. Before we do any more learning, we are going to quickly go back over everything we have done. So this is going to be a big consolidation. Obviously, I've got no idea how long it will take to record. So I don't know how long this section is going to be until it's finished. That said, you just be sensible, okay? If you get to a point where you're starting to feel tired, you're not being able to concentrate as much, then please, please, please just stop and pick it back up when you're ready. Okay, so the first question is on the screen and it is slightly different. You are not being asked to do something to that shape. It's already happened. And instead, you're being asked to describe the single transformation that maps shape A to shape B. So we're going to call this shape A, and we're going to call this shape B. Now, I know we haven't done this, okay, but I know you have the knowledge. It's just, do you know how to apply it? So really just press pause, have a little think about this, write something down as an answer, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so these types of questions are like backwards questions. If you had been asked to do the reflection, there would have been a question saying, reflect this shape in the line, whatever. So when you're being asked to describe it, you are being asked basically to reproduce what that original question must have been. So to get full marks on this particular question, you would have to write reflection. Reflection is the word we need to describe this bit here, transformation. Transformation is a topic with 4 different strains to it, if you like. Reflection is one of them. There's also translation, enlargement, and rotation. We just look at the reflection in the grade 3 course. So you write reflection, and then you've got to put the detail in. It's being reflected in a line. We know that. So reflected in the line, I can see where the line of symmetry needs to be. So it makes sense to draw that on. That's there. I've now got the shape. That line is slap bang in the middle of those 2 shapes. I've got to be able to name it. So I can see it's going through 1 on the y-axis. So that is going to be y equals 1. If you manage to do that, really, really well done. Obviously, I'm just trying to bring another dimension to this topic in so that you're aware of it and you get an opportunity to practice it. Okay, so that was our first question. Next question, we might as well use this grid whilst we have it handy. So we're going to draw the line y equals 3x minus 4. And we're going to do that using the x values from 4 to -1. All right. So hit pause and press play when you're ready to see the answer. Okay, so I need my table. And we're going -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. My rule is 3 times x minus 4. So 3 times 4 minus 4. 3 4s are 12, take 4 is 8. Now I'm going to put 3 in. 3 times 3 is 9. Take away 4. 9 take 4 is 5. Let's put 2 in. 3 times 2 is 6. Take away 4 is 2. And I can see that this is going down in 3. So 2 take away 3 is -1, -4, and then we've got -7. So we're going to plot those points. So I've got 4, 8, 3, 5, 2, 2, 1 -1, 0 minus 4 and minus 1, 7. I can see those crosses are lining up, which is great. It means I haven't made a mistake. If I had, I'd just go back and redo the bit of maths I need to redo. Get that line in, and happy days. There's y equals 3x minus 4. And if you remember, I'm just going to point it out just because it's there. Remember what we were saying, that last part, minus 4, should be where it crosses, and it absolutely is. So that's good too. Okay, we're going to clean this off now. We will get rid of the grid and we'll do some nice, simple, ease you into it carefully type questions. Okay, so 5x minus 3 in brackets. Okay, I want you to expand. Press play when you're ready. Okay, 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 3 is minus 15. So if you got that right, really well done. Next question. 7, 10, 13, 16. Can you write the nth term, please? Okay. I hope you're hitting pause and play in between everyone. I'm not gonna say it every time. It's such a tongue twister. It's really hard sometimes. So pause, play every question. All right. So I can see that this is going up in 3s. It's going up in 3s every time, which I need to identify. I need to be sure of that. So I've got 3n. Now I'm going to go in the opposite direction. 7 take 3 is 4. 4 is a positive number. So 3n plus 4 is my answer. So well done if you got that right. Next question is 4x minus 7 equals 41. Play when you're ready. Okay, so I've got to get x on its own, which means 4 and the minus 7 needs to go. The last thing I say is the first thing I hop. It's got to land as plus. So I've got 4x equaling 48. Bring the 4. Oh, what am I doing? Writing the answer. Divide 3 by 4 and x equals 12. So if you've got x equals 12, again, really, really well done. Okay, so our next question, A is going to equal 3, B is going to equal 7. Find and work out A plus 2B. So hit pause and press play when you're ready. Okay, so A is 3, I've got a plus, I've then got 2 times B, which is 7. Now be really careful. Don't just do 3 plus 2 is 5, and then 5 times 7 is 35, because you will be wrong. And if you did that, you're wrong. And this is why you need to think about your bidness, okay? So I'm even going to write this out because this is a really good way. If you spot 2 operations or more, write your bidness. You've got a plus, a times, and a times. You can see from the word bidness, I have to do the multiply first. So I've got 3 plus 14, which is 17, a completely different answer. So really important that we're doing things in the right order. Okay, next question. I'm going to give you the sequence 8, 10, 12, 14, on and on it goes. I want to know, does the number 42 lie in this sequence? All right, and you need to give a reason for your answer. So hit that pause and press play when you're ready. Okay, so this sequence is going up 2. Whoops. Going up 2 every single time. which means it isn't missing any even numbers out. So 42 is even, the sequence is even, yes is the answer because the numbers are even, okay? You could also write, it's going up in twos, so no even numbers are being missed out. Anything along those lines, okay, would be absolutely fine. Okay, next question is x times x times x times y times y. I want you to simplify the expression. All right. So if I was to just take out all those time signs, I would end up with x, 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 y, y. We don't write that. We put that into powers. So our final answer would be x cubed y squared. All right. Next one. Okay. Find a solution for x. Press play when you're ready. Okay, so I want to get x on its own. I've got x divided by 4 plus 9. Plus 9 was the last thing I said. So it's going to land as minus 9. That's going to give me x divided by 4 equaling 10. Now my divide by 4 will move, landing as a times by 4. And I've got x equals 40. Okay. So remembering to land with the opposite sign, really, really important. Okay, let's go for another one of these. We'll get some negatives in there. I think we'll make them all negative. So a squared plus 2b. Have a go at that and press play when you're ready. Okay, so I've got minus 3. I want all of that to the power of 2. Okay, if you haven't done brackets, don't worry about that. Okay, and then I've got plus 2 times minus 2. So let's do it bit by bit. Here I've got minus 3 times minus 3. That's going to give me 9, a positive 9. And remember, always do your workings out underneath so it stays in the position it needs to be in. This is at the very beginning of this piece of maths. It needs to stay at the very beginning of this piece of maths. I've then got plus 2 times minus 2. Remember my bidmus, I must do multiplication first, so I'm going to be doing that bit first. I've got 2 times minus 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and the minus, 1 in the question, 1 in the answer. I haven't used that plus, didn't wrap it round. The plus and the minus keeps me a minus because there's 1 negative, so there's 1 in the answer. Let's pull that up a little bit for you. And now I've got 9 take 4, which is 5. So quite a bit going on there. Really important that we just take our time with it so that we don't mess up along the way. The negatives just can cause so much trouble for us. Let's do another one. Let's do A, B, add 10. Okay, A, B plus 10. Press play when you're ready. Okay, so again, A is minus 3 times B is minus 2, and then I've got my plus 10. Bidmer says do the multiplication first, so there it is. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 negatives make a positive, so positive 6 plus 10 equals 16. Slightly easier one there. All right, next question is 3a plus 4 plus 7a plus 2. Hit pause and press play when you're ready. Okay. So 3 times A is 3A. 3 times 4 is 12. 7 times A is 7A. 7 times 2 is 14. And I just need to group my A's together. So that's going to give me 10 A's, and then group my numbers. 12 plus 14 is plus 26. Whoops, already written the 2. 26. There you go. All right, next question. 5x squared times 2xy. Now, this is slightly new, a bit different to what we've seen before. I want you to do your best, trust in the knowledge that you have a good go at this question, and then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so I've got 5 times 2, which is 10. Then, if I squash everything together, I've got x squared, x, and y. So there's something going on here, isn't there, that I need to be aware of? I know that x squared means x times x, and then I know this third x getting multiplied in. So I've got my x squared there, and then I've got my third x there. When I see that, it's easy to see that the answer is 10x to the 3y. And if you manage to get x to the power 3, absolutely brilliant, because we haven't really seen that. I just thought I'd just pop it in there. You know me, I'm always pushing, trying to get you out your comfort zones. All right, let's do another one. So we've got 7x plus 2 is less than or equal to 44. Pause and hit play when you're ready. Okay. We don't treat this any differently. So my plus 2 will land as minus 2. That's gone. 7x is left. Keep the symbol, keep the inequality. 44 take away 2 is 42. I'm now going to divide through by my 7, and I've got x is less than or equal to 6. And if you got that right, well done. Really good. Okay. Let's do another equation. In fact, let's do another inequality. I want you to absolutely know that this type of question is not any different to one with an equal sign. So we need to see it lots. Press play when you're ready. Okay, so a little bit more going on here, a little bit harder, okay? So we're around the kind of halfway mark for the number of questions that we're going to do. And I am going to now increase the difficulty as we go on. The brackets are there, trapping the x. So we're going to expand that bracket first of all. So 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 4 is 12. That is greater than 3. Now I can do my hopping. 3x plus 12. Plus 12 was the last thing I said. First thing I move, leaving me 3x greater. Now, 3 minus 12. It's important I don't rearrange this to 12 take 3, which again is something that's really easy to do, even when we don't mean to do it. It is 3 take away 12, which is going to take me into those negatives. So I've got minus 9. I'm going to divide through by 3. So x is now on its own. It's got the greater than symbol in place. Now, how many 3s can I get into 9? 3. I have 1 negative in the question, so I have 1 in the answer. Don't ever allow negatives to kind of stop you in your tracks. All right, it's just one little extra detail. And as long as you're okay with your rules, and I really think that whole, if there's one in the question, there's one in the answer, simplifies it massively, then there's no reason for you to be worried. They will do it to make it harder. Quite often it's on the calculator paper on foundation, so we don't need to worry massively, but equally we want to be able to do it, don't we? Okay, let's do, we've got 2x plus 3 plus 4x minus 2 is our next question. So press play when you're ready. Okay, 2x's. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 times x is 4x's. And here we have to be careful. 4 times negative 2 minus 8. Now we collect up and group our x's. We've got 2x plus 4x is 6x. And then we do our numbers. We're at 6 on the number line. That's positive. So we're at 6. I'm being directed, I'm being told to move down 8 places. That will take me to minus 2. If you got that right, well done. Next one is 6gh times 3gm. Simplify that expression. Okay. So we've got 6 times 3 is 18. We've then got g, h, g, m. Well, I can see I've got the 2 g's, even though they're not side by side. So I've got 18g squared, and then I've got my h and my m. Just everything all squashed up would be the right thing to do there. Okay, next question. A is equal to 2. B is equal to minus 4. I'd like you to work out 5a minus 2b. 5a minus 2b. Off you go. Okay, so I've got 5 times 2 minus 2 times, and b is minus 4. So 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times minus 4 is minus 8. I haven't used this minus here. So now I've got 10 minus 8. 2 negatives make a positive. So the answer is 18. Okay, we'll keep those and do another one. Let's do 3a plus b squared this time. Okay, hope you're remembering to pause and hit play, otherwise you'll feel rushed, and you shouldn't be feeling rushed, okay? 3a is 2 plus b squared, which is minus 4 times minus 4, okay? 3 times 2 is 6, minus 4 times minus 4, well, 4 fours are 16, and the 2 negatives make it positive. I've got that add that I've not used yet. 6 plus 16 is 22. Okay, let's do 15a squared divided by 3a. So a little bit different. We have seen divide come up before. We haven't seen it recently. We've only seen it literally a couple of times. So you're going to do your best with that question, please. Okay, I think one of the best ways is to have this as a fraction. they could have given it as a fraction, but I've noticed that they're starting to do this a little bit more because it means you have to think a little bit harder. If we were to put this in as 15a squared over 3a, and then wrote it so we could see everything, 15 times a is over 3 times a. It helps us see what we can match top and bottom. So really, we're taking it out of its perfect tidied form, and we're putting that times sign back in, which technically they don't like. It's not how we would do it. But we are doing what we need to do in our working out stage. It's not our answer with times signs showing, is it? It's our working out. If you've got an A on the top that can be matched with an A on the bottom, they've got that times sign in front of them, which is perfect. You can cross those A's off. If I cross those A's off, that's going to leave me with 15a over 3. I haven't quite finished yet. I've tidied up the A situation, but I haven't tidied up the number situation. I can do 15 divided by 3. How many 3's are in 15? 5. So my final answer is 5a. So they're not easy, are they? But equally, if you know what you're supposed to do so you can see the steps, then they're not too tricky either. We just need to see that a little bit more so that it gets to be something we're comfortable with. And I'm sure I can manage to squeeze a few questions into some recaps. Okay, so that was a little bit different. Well done, having a go at that. Okay, I want you to write the nth term for 23, 20, 17, 14, on it goes. So nth term for that sequence, please. Okay, so it is going down by 3. It's doing it every time. So it's minus 3n. Do the opposite this way. 23 plus 3 is 26. So it's plus 26. If you got that right, really, really good. Well done. Let's add an extra layer to this. Let's say, what would the 12th term be? What would the 12th term be? Okay, press play when you're ready. So you could continue until you've written it out 12 times. I'm going to use the rule. I think it's easier. I also think you've got less chance of going wrong because there's less mathematical steps. I've got minus 3 times 12 to do, and then I'm going to be adding 26. So minus 3 times 12. Well, 3 times 12 is 36. So I'm now at minus 36. Then I'm going to add 26, which is going to take me to minus 10. And if you've got minus 10, good stuff. Well done. Okay, next question we are going to bring up. There it is. I would like you to work out the area of that shape. So hit pause and press play when you're ready. Okay, so area. I need to split this shape into a rectangle and a triangle. The rectangle is nice and simple. I'm going to be multiplying those two edges. I just need to make sure I am multiplying that edge and that edge. I don't pick up that 9 because the 9 is for the entire length there. So I've got 7 times 5, which is equal to 35. Now, this is 9. If that part is 5, then the rest of it has to be a number that will add up to 9. So I know that that there is 4. This is the right angle for my triangle. So I've got to use base times height, and then I must half it. So the base is 4. I need to times by the height. The height is here. I'm pointing to it, which is 7. I'm getting it from over there. 4 times 7 is 28. Half that, and I've got 14. So the total area is going to be 35 plus 14, which is 49 centimeters squared. If you got that right, well done. Really, really good. Okay, let's rub that out. And we are going to do another graph. So I would like you to draw the curve y equals x squared minus 3x plus 4. I would like you to do it for values of x between 0 and 4. Oh, you can hardly see it. Sorry about that. Let's bring that down. There it is. Okay, so hit that pause button. Press play when you are ready. Okay, so we have got x, y, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the rule, there's a lot going on, isn't there? We've got our x squared, which is x times x, take away 3 times x, and then plus 4. So the first number that I'm going to put in is the 4 from the table here. So I've got everywhere there's an x, I'm putting a 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Take away 3 times 4, which is 12. 16 take 12 is 4. Add this 4 on the end, and I've got 8. I'm going to now do it with the number 3. I'm going to just rub out my little bit of workings, just so I can stay really on the same sort of screen with the rest of the work. You wouldn't be rubbing out your workings out in your exam, obviously. Okay, so 3 is going in this time. So 3 times 3 minus 3 times 3 plus 4. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. Take 9, means I'm at 0. Add 4 will give me 4. We're going to put 2 in next. So we've got 2 times 2, take 3 times 2 plus 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. So I've got 4 take 6, which is minus 2. I then add 4. Minus 2 add 4 is 2. And then I'm on to the next one, which is 1. So 1 times 1 minus 3 times 1 plus 4. So 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 4 is 2. Last one. Now, my prediction for the last one is 4. I'm looking at the table and it's gone 8, 4, 2. 2 means it's not dropping anymore. It's starting to go back up. So 4, if I go by the pattern, should work. I'm not just going to trust that. I'm going to check that. So 0 times 0 minus 3 times 0 plus 4. 0 times 0, 3 times 0, 0 take 0, 0. Add on that 4, and there it is. Okay, so now all I've got to do is plot. So what have we got? 4, 8, which is up there, and then 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, and then 0, 4. Now, remember, we don't want that straight line along the bottom. A lot of questions will come out with that side by side to try and get you to put that line in. We don't want that. We're not going to do that. We are going to go down, just drop a little bit lower, and then come back up 3. Okay, a little bit of a wibble on there, but that is good enough. It's a curve. It's going through the points. The examiner will be satisfied with that. So you will get full marks. Okay, so if you got that right, again, really well done. This is not grade 3. This is where we are pushing ourselves because we've got the key skills. We know how to draw a table. We know how to substitute. We know how to plot coordinates. Let's not cap ourselves because it's not grade 3. Let's see just where this actually goes. You could draw any graph now. Now you've got that skill. I could be writing down something like, let's get a bigger rubber. I could be writing down something like y equals x cubed. You know how to do that. You'd set your table up using the values they tell you, and then you would do x times x times x. So there isn't actually a graph out there now that you couldn't have a good go at because you are doing it already. You've got, it's the knowledge. You just transfer it to whatever question that they actually give you. Okay, we're going to look at a pattern now. So that's our pattern. And it's our last question, you'll be pleased to know. So I've done my best drawing tiles with the software that I've got. You can see there's a little bit of a wibble on a couple of them, but don't judge me on that. Okay, I'm going to ask you to work out how many tiles are needed for the 25th pattern. So tiles needed for the 25th pattern. All right. So hit that pause, take your time, and when you're ready, hit play. All right, then we have got 4 tiles. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we've got 10 in the next one. I can use that to help me find my nth term. So I'm going up in 2s. So it's 2n. Go back 2, and I'm at positive 2. So it's 2n plus 2. I want the 25th pattern. So the number 25 will go in where the n is. And I end up with 2 times 25 plus 2. 2 times 25 is 50, and 50 plus 2 is 52. 52 tiles for the 25th pattern. Okay. Now, a second part to this type of question could be something along these lines. Jasmine says you need exactly 104 tiles to make the 50th pattern. Okay, so Jasmine says you need exactly 104 tiles for the 50th pattern. Is she correct? Explain your answer. And it'll always have explain your answer. So I want you to hit pause, think about that question. It's a slightly different question to any we've seen before linked to sequences. So yeah, give that a good go and then press play when you're ready. Okay, now these questions lure you into wanting to say the wrong thing. That's what I think. Yeah, 25th pattern, 50th pattern, just double it. 52 doubled is 104. It makes sense. So yes, she's right. She's just doubled the 25th to get the 50th. But it doesn't work like that because the rule isn't double. The rule is 2n plus 2. The absolute best way to answer these types of questions is just to do it, to do the maths so you can talk about the maths. So if I had to find the 50th pattern, I would be doing 2n plus 2. Remember, that was our rule. So 2 times 50 plus 2. 2 times 50 is 100. 100 plus 2 is 102. Now I can just say, no, she's wrong. I don't have to write anymore because my explanation, explain your answer, is here. No, she's wrong. She needs 102. She's not 104. Okay. So when you have an explain question, really, wherever possible, do whatever maths is involved in the question. That way you can really answer the question yes or no. Okay, that is it for this consolidation. Loads of questions, all jumbled up. I hope it went well. I hope that you are starting to have a lot more confidence in some of the maths that we've been doing, where we've been repeating it over and over. We are obviously going to carry on with some new learning next session. Well done on this one. I know these are quite intense. We won't do a recap on the next one, so you can have a bit of a break. And I will see you next time. Really, really well done.